we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night here at the BTA Network, and that means it's time for Monday Mayhem. We've got stories that were basically under the radar, that weren't in the mainstream. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. I'm currently joined online by two of my crazy cohorts. First, below me is our resident joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
And to my left, we have our tiny sus, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hola.
Hola. or how do they say my southern drawl? Hola, y'all. Alright, so anyway, as you can see, if you're looking at me, I'm wearing like a shirt and an extra thing outside. It's cold here in Montgomery, by Montgomery standards.
It's pretty cold in Iowa too.
Yeah.
Although it's supposed to go up to like upper 60s by the weekend.
It's supposed to be 76 here by Saturday. That's right, folks.
We don't even have a chance of rain till Friday.
Yeah. Let's just put it this way, folks. Some of us are having some schizophrenic weather right now. Because yesterday, Mom and I had to go change flowers at my dad's grave at the cemetery, and it was like 71 degrees. Now the wind was starting to pick up, but it wasn't too bad. But tomorrow night it's like the bottom dropped out. And Sajo from the Bronx is in the chat room. Hey, Sajo.
Hey, Sandro.
Excuse me. As you can see, folks, I'm also really tired. All right. Anyway, here's a big surprise. K-pop Demon Hunters, the Huntrix trio, has actually been nominated for 5 Grammys, and one of them is Song of the Year.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the song Golden has been nominated as for Song of the Year.
That's awesome.
Yep. But in the meantime, there's another slight problem with the K-pop Demon Hunters. There's not a lot of merchandising, but that's because nobody expected this movie to do so well. It's like one of the most popular movies on the planet right now, and it's like people show. But I found out something interesting. It's not the first time that this has happened. Star Wars. Nobody expected Star Wars to be so well. They couldn't get the toy line out until 1978, and it actually took the really bad holiday special to get the toys out.
Now, that's one of my guilty damn pleasures.
Yep.
I happen to like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after looking at it, and from the riff tracks perspective, it really is funny. But it also happened with the Mandalorian when it first started, because you had Grogu / Baby Yoda. They actually didn't want the toys to be out because they were afraid of spoilers, and that actually made sense. So I would say definitely a good call. But just be patient. I think they're going to start having K-pop Demon Hunter stuff coming out, I think, in March. So go ahead, Janet.
Speaking of Star Wars, you know who I think is supposed to be in the Veterans Day Parade tomorrow?
Who?
The 501st.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Part of the 501.
Yeah. That's about right.
Maybe explain to Mike what the 501 is.
It's basically a bunch of Star Wars fans who dress up basically as stormtroopers. And because I know a few people who've been in the 501st. So, but yeah, it's like this nationwide thing. They'll show up at events. They've been extra. I think a few were extras in the Mandalorian. So,
I wonder if a few members of the 501st were the dancing stormtroopers on Dancing America's Got Talent.
Who knows? Could have been. But there's really no way of knowing. but yeah, let's see, something else. K-pop Demon Hunters 2 is getting underway, being worked on. But this animation is going to take a long time because you're going to have to wait till 2029.
Yes.
But, if they want to get this right, 4 years probably sounds right. Because think of all the detail they've got to go through to get this right, right?
Oh yeah.
Because let's face it, if you try to get everything going too fast, that causes a problem. Like video games, Grand Theft Auto 6 getting delayed because they want to make sure they get it right. Oh, here's me. Oh, sorry. Oh, and I gotta make a correction. Friday, when I mentioned the Dodgers pitcher whose daughter had passed away, I said his name was Chris Vesia. No, his name is Alex Vesia. That's my mistake. So I do apologize for that. But it's like the baseball world, and basically the world came together when they found out what had happened. Thoughts and prayers. I think the Dodgers organization said they were going to donate like $30,000 to the Blue Jays, to help, combat hunger there and so forth. So that's, it's good to know that no matter what happens, people can come together if, everything plays correctly. Too bad it doesn't like that all the time, but at least we're trying. Let's see. And yes, for those of you who follow voice actors and everything, today is the 3rd anniversary of the passing of the great Kevin Conroy. Of course, he was the voice of Batman. So, yeah, I still remember being shocked the day I heard that. It's like, you gotta be kidding. Yeah. But anyway, we do have some stories that I put into the group over the course of the past week. So, here's what I put in. We've got recall issued for Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars sold at supermarkets in more than 30 states. We also have patients demand refunds after dental office closes in Raleigh, and this was sudden, by the way. And students told to climb under train car at bus stop in Talladega County, Alabama. Seriously. So
the ice cream one.
You want the ice cream recall? All right. All right. For those of you who like Haagen-Dazs, this one might be a bit tough. Now, this was posted back on the 6th. So here's what's going on. This is courtesy of CNN. Some ice cream bars are being recalled over allergy concerns. The recall is for Haagen-Dazs dark chocolate mini ice cream bars that are sold in 6-count packages. Haagen-Dazs' parent company, Dreyer's Grand Ice Cream, says the product may contain wheat, which was not disclosed on the packaging. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the ice cream bars were sold at Kroger and Giant Eagle stores in a combined 31 states. The recall states that the chocolate bars were shipped to supermarkets in, stand by because there's 31 of them, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Utah, Virginia.
Just half of the United States has the recall.
Well, it's 31 out of 50. That's more than half. It's 31, actually. Over half. Right. But yeah, Janet, you're included. I'm included. Mike, you're not.
Yeah, we don't. What are the stores that?
Kroger and Giant Eagle.
Yeah, we don't have those in Iowa.
Yeah, and I don't have a Kroger here in Montgomery. The closest Kroger is in Auburn. So.
Okay.
Well, we have a Kroger here, except it goes by the name of Fry's.
What kind of fries? French? Dipped? I'm kidding.
Ass.
Anyway, the ice cream bars have a best by date of January 31st, 2027. So far, no illnesses have been reported. So this was a precautionary measure, which I think very smart. Good move on their part for doing that. All right, so what would you like next? Patients demand refunds after dental office closes in Raleigh or students told to climb under train car at bus stop in Talladega County?
Raleigh.
Your choice.
Raleigh. All right. I chose Raleigh. All right. Okay. This was posted on the 6th, updated on the 7th. So, patients are demanding refunds after dental office closes in Raleigh. The Smiling Face Company in Raleigh abruptly closed its doors last month, leaving patients who spent thousands on braces without service, refunds, or their medical records. All right. Patients spent thousands to get braces from the Smiling Face Company. Last month, the business closed its doors just one day after notifying patients. In an email, the company said, "We are unable to continue orthodontic adjustments or related procedures." The email went on to say that patients could reach out via email to get their records. However, patients tell WRAL News the owner, Ebony McBean Grady, eventually stopped answering. Their inquiries about refunds, future service, and patient records yielded no clear answers. "I requested treatment records several times. I requested them via email. I did request them via text messages. I never got my treatment records," Nichelle Boone told WRAL News. "I still have yet to receive any type of proof of payment." Another patient, Iona Singletary, said she had even inquired about whether she should make her final payment. She received no response. WRAL News also sent an email to the listed address for the company asking why the business closed and whether patients should expect refunds. It bounced back. Brandon Grady is also listed on business filings with the state. He defended his wife on Facebook to another frustrated patient, saying, "Legally, I am not able to say much. However, the narratives that my wife operates without integrity or presumed to be a doctor could not be more from the truth. There's a lot that I want to say to set the record straight." Boone said she made her last payment in April. In total, she spent nearly $4,500 on her services. However, she said it became increasingly difficult to book an appointment at the office over the summer. "I was getting a lot of 'sorry I forgot your appointment. I've been getting pushed out. I have to reschedule," Boone said. Sheila Gist's son still has his braces on as well. She said she spent $4,000 on his treatment. Both Gist and Singletary told WRAL they did not have the option of using insurance. "All this was money that I really didn't have to just give away without getting what I paid for," Gist said. Throughout the treatment, all the patients WRAL talked to said Grady was the person who put on their braces and made adjustments throughout the process. However, a search for her name in the North Carolina State Board of Dental Examiners portal yielded no results. On Yelp, Grady boasts a 15-year career as an orthodontic assistant. North Carolina Board of Dental Examiners CEO Bobby White said no results likely means she does not have a dental license. Ooh, that's not good. Here's the growing problem. White said unlicensed dental practices are a growing problem in the state. I'm surprised it's a growing problem everywhere. They cover the whole gate from orthodontics to repair of chipped or missing teeth or veneers, White explained. White said the agency is limited in what it can do, but it's working to stop it. "We do as much investigating as we possibly can to find out where the people are, what they're doing, and if we can talk to patients," White said. "We've seen some unfortunate results of the unauthorized license practices. We want to do all we can to keep dentistry safe for everybody in North Carolina." Give me just a second while I take some water. It's better.
Some people are so fucking goddamn greedy. She just says, "Oh, I'll just take advantage of these people.
Yep.
Take their money."
He said patients served by unlicensed workers can file a complaint with the board. Dr. Darren Ramsey is the listed provider on invoices obtained by WRAL News. He is also listed as the dental medical director for the company. Ramsey's license is in probationary status, according to the board's portal. Documents from the licensing board say he allowed unlicensed people to perform services and didn't keep patient records at another business in Charlotte. WRAL News asked Singletary if she ever interacted with Ramsey. "No, I never met him a day in my life," she replied. "I never saw the Dr. Ramsey that Grady had referred to during my initial consultation," Boone also recalled in a separate interview. WRAL News' attempts to reach Grady were unsuccessful. WRAL News also reached out to Ramsey through his older business in Charlotte. We did not immediately hear back. The business is listed as permanently closed on Google. In an accompanying message, the Smiling Face Company wrote, "The Smiling Face Company permanently closed our Our Smile Shop is permanently closed as of October 1st, 2025. We are no longer providing services. Patient records will be available upon request. To request records, please email us at info@thesmilingface.com. We thank all our patients for allowing us to be part of your smile journey. Both Boone and Singletary say they plan to sue. Don't blame them. They say they at least want a refund for the services. New quotes from orthodontists in the area range from $4,000 to $6,000. Singletary said at least one business said she would likely have to restart the process. And how to check the credentials. People can search to the provider through the North Carolina Board of Dental Examiners portal. If the provider has a license, one can view the status of their license and whether any disciplinary actions have been taken against them at any point. The board's website also lists any recent disciplinary actions, and you can also file a complaint through the board.
Yeah.
Talk about scam in a nutshell.
No kidding.
That's a scam in a nutshell right there. Because dental work is not cheap, not by any stretch. Even if you have dental insurance, you still got to pay a lot, right?
Right. And I have some dental insurance to help cover part of mine.
Mm-hmm.
What about these poor people who need the dental work and can't afford it?
Especially the insurance.
Anyway? They get lured in by low prices.
Mm-hmm.
We can cap your tooth for $300. Normally they cost about $500.
Mm-hmm.
And then come to find out,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now, here's that other story. Students told to climb under train car at bus stop in Talladega County. You're probably thinking, what? But yeah, this story is in fact real.
Were they drunk, high, or both?
Well, let me explain. Let me read the story. Hold on. All right, this of course is out of Talladega County. Children in Talladega County were told to crawl under a train after getting off the school bus to get home on Wednesday. It happened at a train track crossing at Diamond Lane in Martinsville, where 6 kids usually get off at the stop and the parents park nearby to pick them up. Well, on Wednesday, a train was blocking the road. Parents assumed they'd have to wait for the train to move before the kids got off the bus, but they were let off. One of the children's fathers described the moment he saw the kids crawling out from underneath the train. I seen kids pop up from under the train. I'm like, I know y'all ain't coming up from under that train. And they were like, he told us to do it. So I'm like, who is he? And he popped up like in between, like, I'm sorry, I told him go up under the train and everything. Leona still said. The kids said the person who told them to do it was the train conductor. Willie Bell Fuller said she was mortified when she saw her 6-year-old granddaughter under the train car. And what if that train had moved and that thing would have killed my kids? That would have been real bad and real ugly, she said. Estelle's 2 children crawled under that train car. He works for a rail line and said any railroad employee should know better than to instruct children to do something that dangerous. It can be just slack roll and not even, for any reason, any kind of movement. Any one of them could have been hurt, killed or hurt. That's never okay going up under a train. That is a serious problem. Parents shared a text saying it is from the school district to parents of Sycamore and Winterboro students. It said the bus driver has been placed on administrative leave and the district is committed to ensuring all transportation staff meet the highest safety standards. And that's the end of that story, but good fucking grief. I sure would not want to see, I don't want to see any kids having to crawl under a train car. Because like one of the parents said, what if that thing started moving?
Yeah. And if one of the kids had accidentally slipped in front of the wheels of that train, the authorities would have been picking up 2 pieces, not just one. Jack, he used to work for the railroad, and they had a problem with the homeless falling asleep on the tracks and getting sliced to pieces by a coming train. He didn't go into detail, but that's all he said.
Yeah.
But how'd you like to see something like that?
Ugh.
Oh, thanks.
Nope.
You know,
Yeah.
But Jack knew by experience.
Yeah. Well,
He'd
anyway,
seen it.
yeah. Anyway, going back to the Alex Vesius situation. This from Dr. Jason. Hundreds of donations have been made to a hospital in Toronto in honor of Alex and Kayla Vesia, who lost their daughter on October 26th. Over 400 donations from the U.S. have been recorded, with many being $51 to honor Vesia and his number. Of course, his number is 51. So,
Well, you get a 1,000 people donating $51 each. That's $51,000. I'm assuming for a GoFundMe.
no, it's just straight to Toronto to the
Straight to him.
Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going straight to him.
I wonder how amazed he is that people are doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Today also happens to be either today or yesterday. The 50th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Have you ever heard that song by Gordon Lightfoot? The Wreck of
Yes.
the Edmund
Oh, yeah.
Fitzgerald?
Yes.
That's a classic, one of his classics.
Yeah. It basically, in a nutshell, tells basically the story of what happened in one
The
song.
Edmund Fitzgerald, I believe, if I remember reading correctly, was hauling a load of iron ore
Mm-hmm.
when it sank.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that song is very, very sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you basically get the story of what exactly happened in one song.
Is basically a storm came up. They were overloaded with that iron ore, and that's what sank them.
Yep, exactly.
And divers have actually found the wreck.
Mm-hmm.
What Great Lake did they sink in?
I believe it was Michigan. Hold on, I can check and find out. Let's see. No, actually, it was Lake Superior, approximately 17 miles northwest of Whitefish Point, Michigan. Okay, so it was not Michigan, it was Lake Superior.
Yeah, still one of the Great Lakes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those poor souls.
Yep. And there's Craig in the chat saying Merry
Craig.
Christmas. And Craig saying
Welcome,
Merry
man.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What's that all about?
Hold on. Let's get to Thanksgiving first. That turkey saying, back off, Santa. It's MySpace first.
It's my turn first.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that one. And yeah, hey Tim, can Tim hear me?
That's not Tim. That's Craig.
And Craig's in
can
the
he hear
chat.
me?
No, Craig's in the chat. But he might be able to hear you, maybe.
Tell him that at the rate we're going, we're gonna
Tim's at
that we're
work.
gonna have Hallow Xmas before too long.
Yeah.
Tim's at work, so he can't.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
That's right, folks. There's that thing called life.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know what's bad when you start seeing Christmas decorations at Sam's Club in August.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
I don't go to Sam's Club a whole lot, so
Well, when I do, sometimes I got to pick stuff for Mom. But I mean, there are times I've literally seen Christmas decorations in August. I still remember when I went to Eastdale Mall one year. I think it was like 2018 or 19. They had put up the Christmas decorations before Halloween.
now
It's
that's a little too much.
It's like, that's ridiculous. But unfortunately, it's all about the mighty dollar, right?
Right.
But one thing I'm glad for, I think just about every place is now closed on Thanksgiving. They don't do that stupid Black Thursday sale anymore because it turned out to be a flop.
Not only that, people got trampled.
Yeah, but I mean, it turned out to be a flop because not only that, but it wasn't making any difference really in sales. Because I don't know, I did that report for Dr. Yelvington that one year, and and even I think the pandemic really helped also to say, you know what, just close on Thanksgiving, let everybody with their families. Because I can't remember which state it is. I think it's Massachusetts. They, by law, no store can be open on Thanksgiving. Period. So. But yeah, if you're living in some parts of the country like Mike and I are, we're enjoying some brutally cold air already.
Winter's a little early. Doesn't winter technically start on the 22nd of December?
Yeah, but Mike and I were already getting it.
Yeah. We also saw flurries yesterday.
Yeah, some parts of northern Alabama got some flurries today.
I wonder about Lake Martin. I wonder if there's a dusting of snow on the ground at Lake Martin.
No, it's too far south. It was more toward like Huntsville, north of Birmingham. It didn't get to Lake Martin. It was too warm, unfortunately. What? Yeah, my temperature tonight is supposed to be 25 degrees, so naturally there's a freeze warning in effect.
Did you fix it to where your faucets wouldn't freeze?
Yeah, we got it.
Do you have the faucet wraps or?
No, we just leave the faucet running.
Okay.
But even then, we go by just drop, 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 drop.
Yeah. As long as there's a little bit of water running through the
Pipes, it'll be
faucet.
fine. I
wonder how those people that live in Alaska, where it's permanent snow, I wonder how they keep their faucets from freezing.
They probably have like special pipes up there. They probably have
like a
to.
stupid question.
They probably have to, though, all things considered up there. And think about all those. And what about the research stations down in Antarctica, right?
Oh, yeah.
They've got to have some kind of piping.
Yeah. Ooh, how do you think those weather observers on Mount
Washington? Oh, yeah.
Mount Washington feel right now?
Oh, I know, because there's that thing called the I think it's called the 100 Club, where you have to walk from one
Around
end
the
to another
of the outside
without holding on to anything in 100-mile-an-hour winds.
I don't think too many people have made the 100 Club.
No, I certainly wouldn't make it.
Nope, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even get a mile.
Railing.
It's like, nope, pass. Yeah, but I'll tell you something weird that happened to me over the weekend. Somebody posted a picture of this giant piece of giant food. They basically like 10 layers of a hamburger and with like pizza cheese and pepperoni on top. And the person that posted asked this question. He said, will you eat it or pass? I said, pass. Definitely a heart attack waiting to happen. Twitter flagged me for 12 hours, saying it was violence. Since when is a heart attack violence?
I think they focused on the word attack.
Yeah.
Rather than the whole. And I said, what was it I said exactly?
I think you said they flagged you for telling the truth?
You know what I should have said?
What?
That's nothing. Heart attack. I probably would have been flagged too, but Heart Attack Grill had them beat.
Yeah.
You remember hearing about Heart Attack Grill?
Yeah. That's bullshit. Yeah. And then another thing happened to me on Saturday. TikTok. I had posted a montage video with some of the happy color images. It's basically 4 mosaics. That's it. TikTok removed it saying it violated community rules. It's like, what? There's nothing here. So I appealed it, and after a few hours, they put it back up. It's like, what the hell? It's almost like technology's trying to go against me now or something.
Yeah, I think it's just like automated
Automated
bullshit.
algorithms, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, because all I said was it was a heart attack
You know
waiting to
what?
happen.
If I'd have mentioned Heart Attack Grill in my reply to you, I probably would have had my comment taken down.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Maybe we should have said that's a hard coronary issue waiting to happen. That probably would have worked better.
Eh.
Of course, some people don't even know what the word coronary means either. Let's see. Give me a chance. I'll find some stuff. Oh. Let's see. 2026 will be the end of an era for Star Wars. Star Wars Insider, the official magazine, is coming to an end.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, no, it's no joke. A lot of things are becoming. I don't know if you heard about this. There's 2 different farmers' almanacs. There's the old one that's been printed since the 1792, and then there was a new one since 1818. The one that started in 1818 will cease to print after this year. They will not be printing anymore. But the old Farmer's Almanac will still be printing. So, not to get anybody confused.
I didn't know there was 2 versions of it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Same.
So now, well, the new Farmer's Almanac quitting, the old Farmer's Almanac may actually be able to take that old off and just be called the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah.
Okay, now this thing did make big news. I'm just going to say it in one sentence. If you probably haven't heard by now, the Supreme Court said that they are not going to overturn the ruling guaranteeing same-sex marriages nationwide. Because, of course, the idiot who wanted to do that, of course, her name was Kim Davis, the former Kentucky clerk who refused to issue same-sex licenses after the court's decision that allowed for same-sex marriage.
I remember her.
Yeah.
She refused to give out the licenses to same-sex couples.
Right. And then she sued, tried to get appealed, got all the way to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court said no. Now here's something else I want to know. Kim Davis has been married, I think, 4 times. So it's like, yeah, she's one to talk.
Yeah. You know what? I said it before and I'll say it again. I discussed it with one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever makes them happy.
Yeah.
As long as they don't come on to me, try to give me grief.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever makes them happy.
Yeah.
And keep your nose out of our sex business. I'm going back to that incident at Universal Studios, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that, Shirley?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Let's see. Of course, tomorrow is Veterans Day, so
No mail?
no
No
mail,
mail?
no mail tomorrow. But check on if you got other services because, for example, my trash pickup is running as normal tomorrow. So
Yeah. The only way that the only 2 days, the only 3 days actually, 3 holidays that we don't get trash pickup is Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's.
mm-hmm.
No trash pickup
Yeah.
on those 3 days. See, we get our trash pickup on Thursday. When there's no trash pickup on Thursday, we get it pushed up to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. Let's see. Let's go to the box office.
go to where?
The box office. All right. I did not know this was a movie. Predator Badlands made it to the top with $40 million. That was a huge surprise. Now, there's probably not going to be anything else major. Of course, the big one is not this weekend, but next weekend. Wicked for Good will be out. That one's going to be the killer for everybody else. All right. Let's see. Number 2, Regretting You. Yes, that's a movie. $6.6 million. Number 3, Black Phone 2, $5.2 million. Number 4, Sarah's Oil, $4.2 million. Number 5, Nuremberg, $3.9 million. And the biggest flop is number 11 with the movie Christie. That one stars Sydney Sweeney, only $1.3 million. That's not good. You know what's bad? When the anime movie Chainsaw Man, the movie Resi Arc, does better. And let's see. Let's go all the way.
Something for Mike. I found something for Mike.
Yeah.
What's that?
They said play something dumb. The Journey single that became the biggest song of all time, thanks to TV, baseball, and Bachman Turner Overdrive. Do you mind if I read this? Shirley?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you done with yours?
I just do one thing. The lowest movie of the week. The movie's called Pariah. $250.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Neil Sean said the classic hit owes a debt to its producer's unusual request. When asked to reach for greatness, most musicians dig deep into their soul for inspiration or a brainstorm that will take their performance to the top. But when Journey was cutting their monster hit Don't Stop Believin', Neil Sean said the group's producers had a different sort of direction for them. They said, play something dumb, the guitarist reveals in a new interview with Rick Beato. Sorry, it's one of these scrolling articles. It's a pain in the butt. It's not exactly what you'd expect to hear when you're recording a tune about holding on to faith. Damn it, don't need that.
Pop-up ad?
Shit, I got a damn annoying CNN pop-up.
Not surprising.
Okay, now I have to get that back here. Okay. It said, play something dumb, the guitarist reveals in a new interview. Don't need that. It's not exactly what you'd expect to hear when you're recording a tune about holding on to faith. Damn it. Damn it. I can't finish this damn article because I have one CNN article that keeps popping up and blocking my way.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, I can't. Okay. But sometimes that's how hits are made. Don't Stop Believin' reached the top 10 in 1981 when it was released as a single from Journey's seventh studio album, Escape.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, do I have water left? It's become a cultural. Since then, it's become a cultural phenomenon. In addition to its use in the 2007 series finale of The Sopranos.
I didn't know that.
Now you do. The song is played in the eighth inning. The song is played in the eighth inning at San Francisco Giants home games. In other words, they got popular, didn't they, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Former Journey vocalist Steve Perry, who sings on the original, even led the hometown crowd in a sing along during the Giants' 2014 World Series win,
Huh.
World Series game.
Cool.
Hey, Don't Stop Believin' is in the Library of Congress National Recording Registry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's an honor and a half.
Yeah, that means that song will be preserved forever.
It's a credit not only to the song's sales success, sold more than 18 million copies, but to its cultural significance as well. I think that's the end. Okay, there's another two. All right, my throat is getting a little rough, so.
That's fine.
But what do you think of that, Mike?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, is that one of your groups that you like?
Journey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought I saw that and I go, damn, I got to read that. It's a perfect one for Mike. Had to get that frog out of my throat. All right, next.
Well, let's see. All right, I'm just gonna say this. It's not really. San Antonio Wax Museum removes Trump figure because visitors kept punching it.
Oh, probably punched a lot of holes in the wax.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
Arctic temperature plunge.
Oh yeah, that's what Mike and I are having right now.
Early blast of winter for millions.
Yeah. And of course, blizzard conditions around Lake Michigan, like Chicago, and so
Have you ever seen pictures of firefighters fighting a fire in extreme cold? They have
yes,
the icicles hanging from their hat from the backwash of the water.
yeah,
And another thing they have problem with is snot sickles
yep, exactly,
because their nose drips so much and it freezes. So they get snot sickles too.
yeah.
Oh,
There's a huge sign. This it looks like this is a restaurant called Totem. Family dining since '53 on a dark desert highway. Cool Whip in my hair. Wait, what?
that was Hotel California, quote from Hotel California, wasn't it?
I think so, but I don't know about the Cool Whip part in my hair.
Old man parting my hair. No, just the tune you were
Yeah.
singing. I hope that doesn't get that person in trouble for copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
For a first offensive copyright infringement, an individual could face a fine of
Ben, go home. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, Shirley.
That's fine.
All right. I don't have any more goodies on my phone to read to you.
Let's see.
Well, does anybody have anything else to read? This dead air is not good for our show.
Oh, relax, Janet.
No, and we only got 15 minutes anyway.
Oh, what's this? Nintendo report is bad news for Switch 1 owners.
What is?
Nintendo report. Let's see. All right. Okay. So, this was posted back on the 7th. When a new console comes out, many gamers fear it's the beginning of the end
Back
for the
in
prior.
December?
No. This was posted a few days ago. November
Okay.
7th. Okay.
Okay.
So, when a new console comes out, many gamers fear it's the beginning of the end for the prior gen. But for Nintendo Switch owners, the first few months of the Switch 2 haven't been that bad. Although a few new games have been Switch 2 exclusives, many big titles are still coming out with both Switch and Switch 2 editions. That means major releases like Pokemon Legends Z to A have still been available without the need to pay for a brand new console. But Nintendo's recent financial report might have some bad news about the future of new games for Switch 1. So, Nintendo recently released a financial report full of details about the current and future state of the gaming company. This report detailed 10 upcoming games aimed at Switch 2, which is good news for those who've already adopted the new console. But if you were hoping to wait a little longer on that next-gen platform, Nintendo's plans might be about to force your hand. In 2026, the company is largely switching its focus to developing for Switch 2. It's clear that Nintendo has several Switch 2 games in the works for next year. That makes sense given that new games are the biggest draw for many players to adopt the console. The company reports that around 84% of former Switch 1 owners have now transitioned to the Switch 2. I am not one of those people. With so much of its consumer base already on board, Nintendo notes it is comfortable shifting its focus to developing for the Switch 2. After all, there's not much incentive to keep releasing games for both the Switch and Switch 2 when the majority of people are already in for the newer model. Furthermore, Nintendo notes that even titles released for Nintendo Switch since the launch of the Switch 2 are being largely played on the newer console. That means that this year's slate of remaining Switch 1 releases may well be the last first-party titles released for the older console. In the report, Nintendo breaks down its Nintendo Switch titles planned for October onward, and there's a noticeable lack of games for 2026. The list includes Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which will release on December 4th for both Switch and Switch 2, as well as the highly anticipated cozy game Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. We also have Pokemon Champions, which is slated for release in 2026 as well. But from there, it looks like most new titles will be shifting to the Switch 2. Unless Nintendo has some more first-party games under wraps, it looks like this limited lineup could be the end of games that simultaneously release for Switch and Switch 2. That said, it's not all bad news for the original Switch. Nintendo does note that its business focus will shift to Nintendo Switch 2, but the OG Switch isn't dead yet. Even with the price of the older Switch consoles increasing, the prior gen console has maintained a steady sales pace even after the Switch 2 released, and that means that Nintendo plans to continue to make the Switch and related hardware if enough demand persists. So while there may be fewer new first-party games on the older model, it isn't losing full support from Nintendo just yet. Shifting focus to the newer console makes sense for Nintendo, of course, but it's still a little bit disappointing for those who may not have an upgrade to the Switch 2 in the budget just yet. Hopefully, we'll continue seeing exciting new third-party games for Switch for a while yet. Do you have a Switch 2 yet, or you're waiting for upgrade? I'm going to wait to upgrade. It may be a while before I do, because that Nintendo 2 costs way too much for me. Whew. So...
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm trying to keep awake.
Yep. Let's see.
You're fine.
Ace Frehley, of course, he passed away, I believe it was last month.
Yeah.
And he was the first original member of Kiss to pass away.
Was he
And
Starman or Catman?
I think it was
Starman.
Starman, yeah. All right, now let's see. His cause of death has been revealed. All right. Freely 74 died from blunt head trauma after he fell and hit his head in a studio. Okay. TMZ was the first to report his cause of death. People also confirmed the cause of death. TMZ said the medical examiner's report stated that Freely suffered a fractured skull, brain bleed, and a stroke. He was put on life support but died on October 16th, and his death was ruled an accident. So.
Yeah, he was an icon with the rest of the band.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
But despite their makeup and their music, they were good, humble people.
Yeah.
You know, just like Alice Cooper. He is a philanthropist, and he does charity work. I had a neighbor that lived across the street from us. He was an avid Kiss fan.
Yeah. Okay, one more. All right, one more story here, and this is going to make you say, "Huh?" So here's what's going on. 1 million moms calls for Wheel of Fortune boycott over name of new category.
What was the new category?
Okay. The conservative group is calling for a boycott of Wheel of Fortune after the long-running game show debuted a new category with a name that plays on a profane phrase. So, the long-running game show Wheel of Fortune used to offer simple, common phrases renounced. Perfect place or thing for participants to guess. Similar to the game Hangman, contestants took turns picking consonants or buying vowels to slowly fill in the blanks and try to guess the answer. But after 50 years on the air, the show launched in January of 1975. The show has gotten more creative with categories, such as the popular before and after. Wheel recently added a new category that's a play on a common phrase that's even more common acronym. WTF. The new category is called What the Fun. You get it?
Oh.
What the
and
Fun.
She got pissed over that?
Yeah, they did. Not everyone is amused, however. The professional pearl clutchers at the incredibly exaggerated 1 Million Moms, a group created by the American Family Association to put a female face on their patriarchal Christian nationalist organization, have issued another strongly worded call to boycott.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Aside from demonic... Yeah, a glance at their website shows that they're also currently shocked and appalled by Ocean Spray and SpongeBob.
Oh, what's got her pissed off at those two?
Well, aside from demonic cranberries and insinuations of profanity by a cartoon character who lives on a pineapple under the sea, OMM is apoplectic about Wheel of Fortune's new What the Fun category. In a statement, a mom at OMM parroted her latest rage bit assignment from AFA. And this was the what they had on their site. 1 Million Moms suspects parents may be shocked when they discovered that the once family-friendly Wheel of Fortune game show is no more. Unfortunately, the recently added puzzle category, What the Fun, aims at a mature modern audience with insinuated profanity, making it no longer suitable for family viewing. It's just one word, you idiot.
Odd.
Yep. All right, Monica Cole of OMM wrote, "It is not the show it was with this implication of the F word. This is unnecessary in any program, especially one marketed for the entire family. Parents will have to explain to their children that the primetime program they were once allowed to watch is no longer a clean show." Huh. Wheel of Fortune has deliberately chosen to include controversial categories, including instead of wholesome ones. 1 Million Moms finds this highly inappropriate. Wheel producers do not care about what children hear. Everyone knows kids repeat what they hear. Insinuated profanity in any show is extremely disrespectful to families. Wheel should maintain its original design. Wheel needs to know that parents disapprove. The official statement ended with a call to action in the form of a petition which, after 7 days, garnered a whopping 12,836 signatures, far fewer than the Million Moms Cole routinely claims to speak for. And I'm not going to read the that last one because last paragraph because it's not worth it.
Jesus.
It's got profanity in it.
Sheesh. welcome
There's no
to.
way you can sugarcoat it, can you,
Yeah.
Shirley? There's no way you can sugarcoat that last paragraph.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Going back to the weather real quick. Furries confirmed today in Jackson, Madison, Limestone, and Lincoln counties in the northern part of Alabama.
Ah.
So, like I said, Lake Martin is too far south. There was not enough to get any snow that far. So that
As
means.
screwy as our weather is, Shirley.
Uh-huh. So that basically means my niece probably got a little bit today. So, yay. Yes, me. All right, one other thing. The official creator of the Super Mario Brothers manga, Kazuki Motoyama, has passed away at the age of 69. Yes, there was a manga. There was a manga for Super Mario.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what manga was originally designed for?
What?
For people who had to travel on the train to get to work.
Uh-huh.
It was to relieve boredom.
Oh, yeah.
You know, give them something to do. And when they finished their manga, since the manga in Japan for that purpose is very cheaply made, thin paper, etc.
Yeah.
So they just leave them behind
Yeah.
rather than the glossy manga that comes out now.
Yeah, but yeah, he created the manga, and I think we'd actually talked about it when we used to do the new manga every month. So, because every once in a while, I remember there was like a Yoshi but yeah. All right, so anyway, I think this is a good point to wrap up because it's only 3 minutes left. Yay, we made it. All right. So anyway, basically all we're going to be doing this week is we're just going to have trivia night for Friday night, game night. Because we've decided we're going to suspend political catch-up for the rest of the year. Because let's face it, it's Christmas time. Do you really want to hear politics over Christmas? Probably not.
Not really.
Because we get enough of it on the news as it is. So that's basically the game plan. And then, of course, next week, it's our last week before we take all of Thanksgiving week off because, let's face it, we got to get ready for all the get-togethers, all the food, the family, the football, everything under the sun. So, and if you haven't got your turkey by now, you better get it. You're running out of time. All right. So anyway, now the next thing we do is I'm going to play the ending. So hang on for 15 seconds. All right, so with that in mind, I am going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great night, sleep well, stay safe, and we'll see you on Friday for trivia night. So, and don't forget, if you like what you've seen, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe too if you're interested. So, peace.
Peace, everyone.